in this wicked industry to shine the light. They done let them bruise in the dough. Oh shit. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. We ain't going nowhere. Hebrews. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. Look, Joe Biden need to free Dark Lord. The hell is wrong with dude? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Deacon Sakari, new clothing line, The Whole Armor. Put it on. New clothing line out right now. We got apparel for the sisters, apparel for the kids, and of course, apparel for the mighty men of Israel. We got quality material, affordable prices, y'all. Check it out. We got stuff for the Southern Kingdom. We got stuff for the Northern Kingdom. We got exclusivity. All right, y'all see it. Y'all see the brew drip. Y'all see the brew sauce. All right, Deacon Sakari new clothing line called thewholearmor.com. All right, everybody go support Israelite businesses, and I greatly appreciate y'all. Shalom. Cops hop out, we bail on them. Leviticus, I like my fish with scales on them. Ask Chief Ephraim, he could vouch. We be putting in the work while you sitting on the couch. Camp haters quiet as a mouse. Yeah, already shout out to my brother Austin Trout. Just as a reminder, if there's doubt, I wear every single fringe, even when I'm in the house.
I see a lot of haters. I knew it would come with it. Rap game full of evil and sin, and I don't want none of it. They bite my style. They just want to take it and run with it.
Sakari Varsity Online Academy, specializing in Hebrew apologetics. Come learn how to defend the gospel. Email sakariseattle@gmail.com. Limited registration.
Sakari.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Now everything belongs to us. We above all nations, all nations.
What?
Above all nations, all nations.
Yeah.
We are the chosen of the one Yahweh. Above all nations.
We finally back on. Children's Bibles with black and brown images. I know a lot of y'all been waiting. A lot of people on back order. We still got some though. Put your order in before it's too late. All right, y'all. Go to czyn.network. czyn.network. We done with Patreon. No more Patreon. czyn.network. You're going to get videos too hot for YouTube or early releases. So go sign up. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Not only do you get Deacon Sakari's content, you get Guerrilla Hebrew content, Hassad content, other camps putting their content on this platform. We need our own app, so sign up using promo code Deacon Sakari. czyn.network. It's our own app, our own platform. The white man can no longer subvert or hide or try to censor this truth. So sign up and get this heat. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. CZYN. Praises. Get your commercial played here. Contact sakariseattle@gmail.com. Introducing Super Thanks. YouTube has now added a feature where you can donate if you missed the live show by just clicking the heart button with the thanks on it. It'll be on every video. It'll highlight your comment to bring more attention to your statement. So if it's on your heart, super thanks. Shalom.
White fragility, white fragility. And then the other day I was in Birmingham.
Hey, I'm with y'all. It wasn't y'all fault. But stop acting like it wasn't y'all. Parents, aunties, grannies, took our women, took our women. Took our women, raped our women.
I'm sorry. The History of Black Month Lecture album.
Have you reached your marital ceiling? Are you experiencing irreconcilable differences, feeling alone with no Israelites near you? We are now offering individual and marriage counseling. We also offer family therapy, career counseling, and trauma therapy. Contact the Deacon Sakari at 442-341-1308. Shalom.
Popping mollies and putting powder in your nostrils. We be in the trenches, needles under benches. We be giving them the gospel. I keep 12 Sakari members with me. We be moving like apostles. True. Some distances is dead traps, hair rascals. You still a thought though. The church don't even know the truth. They can even tell you an Israelite. Arabs selling you all the switches and the malt liquor or the Ishmaelites. You can show a nigga slave ships in the Bible, still won't get it right. Until the time's out, then a nigga gotta find out what them missiles like.
All praises, y'all. All praises. All right, everybody. Let's start this off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. We do so by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Let me bring this down a little bit here. Yeah, all praises, y'all, to the Most High Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son. Super Bowl is today. I don't want to go head to head with the Super Bowl. Even though people will watch the broadcast afterwards. So I just said, let me get it in real quick, rough this clown ass dude up, vocab, theologically, right? Before the Super Bowl. Remember, y'all, 613 flawless, not lawless. The whole armor, put it on. Link is in the description box to support Hebrew Israelite Apparel, my line, Deacon's new clothing line. Sister Perez, the water for the super chat donation. Greatly appreciate you. Go get your ring. Go get not your ring. Go get your jacket. Right. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get into it. Right. You see the title of the video. Hoaz, Nomad, no cash, no swag, vocab, Malone says Obadiah 118 happened during the Maccabees. Guess what, everybody? It's not that he's smart. It's not that he's dumb. It's that he is a white supremacist. So he goes off of all the Christian theologians in that cult, that white supremacist cult known as Christianity. See, a lot of y'all might not know this, but the only answer Christian theologians have for centuries has been that Obadiah 1:18 was fulfilled during the Maccabees. All he did was read some commentary. It's not like he came up with this deduction himself. And all assertions are not bad assertions. So they're trying to piece together the puzzles while trying to exclude themselves from being Edomites and lying to the world like God is this all-loving God who's not going to exterminate a whole group of people, right? That's going to happen. Now, I did a debate yesterday on the street corners of Seattle. You guys need to subscribe to czyn.network using promo code Deacon Sakari, right? Because all my street debates, my heated street debates go on CZYN. It's just too hot for YouTube, right? So go on czyn.network and use promo code Deacon Sakari. So I got a Christian to admit the Lord was okay with wiping a whole people out when the Israelites conquered the land of Canaan. But I said, well, he said he was bugged out about it. I was like, is the Lord okay with wiping a whole group of people out? He said, well, one time. Oh, okay, well, how many times you got to kill to be a murderer? Then he said, I said, what about Obadiah 1:18? That's talking about wiping a whole group of people out. He says, well, maybe twice. Well, I mean, why don't you guys teach this at your church, right? Right? So, yeah, that was pretty good. That should be on czyn.network, Lord willing, real soon here, so you guys can check that out. But they want to have an answer while excluding themselves from being Edomites. The first thing that we learned when we came into the truth from our elders is that the white man, woman, and child are the biblical Edomites. And then when we asked the church, they tried to lie and say, oh, it's the Muslims. Why? Because they want a holy war. And they've been wanting a holy war for millenniums, right? What is a holy war? Oh, well, the church is the new Israel. And who is Israel's main enemy in the Bible? They're going to say Christians are the new Israel. And who are the Israelites' main enemy in the Bible? The Edomites. So who is going to be our main enemy? The Muslims. So they want to try to create this holy war and this dissension between these two false religions anyway. So that's one of their reasons behind their claims that Esau is the Arabs, but it doesn't fit prophecy, it doesn't fit archaeology, and it does not fit the physical description of how the Bible depicts the Edomites. You heard? Not only that, I have the works of Philo here. It talks about Edomite King Agrippa and how he would show up to the temple outside in the outer court because he couldn't go into the inner court, and how he would turn bloodshot red because he was ashamed. He wanted to really be a part of the people. He was a so-called Caucasian man, right? Anyway, let's get to this video, y'all, and debunk these lies that Obadiah 1:18 was fulfilled during the time of the Maccabees. Now, we're going to play this video. I'm going to say fair use. This is going to be our thoughts and comments on this content. When you look at Obadiah 1:18, please, everybody listen closely, because when Vocab is equipping and instructing his clowns who he wants to set up for them to try to come get some smoke with us, which it rarely happens anyway. I'm still waiting for that debate. Is God racist, or will there be slavery in the kingdom? I'm still waiting for that debate on any neutral platform with any top Christian. I'm still waiting on that. Sakari leadership, we want that. Now, when you read this, everybody, I'm going to equip you, even though you guys might say, Deacon, I already got it. These devils try to come up with new weak angles daily. The Bible says that they dream about wickedness on their bed. So pay close attention, y'all, even though y'all are the mighty scholars out here, and I'm just doing my job for no reason. So pay close attention, y'all. Right? In Obadiah 1:18, I want to get you guys involved here, right? Don't worry about your Super Bowl pork ribs or your Super Bowl beef ribs right now. Give me 20 minutes of your time. The game don't start for 20 minutes. When you look at Obadiah 1:18, it says, let's do the KJV. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. Stop right there. Stop right there, everybody. Why does this, let me get the chat involved. Why does this, the first line of the passage, how does it disqualify the time of the Maccabees? Anybody? Anybody? The first line of the passage says the house of Jacob and the house of Joseph. How does this disqualify it being fulfilled during the time of the Maccabees? Come on, somebody. Anybody? We got Tazarah, correct. Frisco, correct. Unc DeSaint, correct. Greg Taylor, correct. The house of Jacob is Southern Kingdom. The house of Joseph is Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom was not there during the time of the Maccabees. Therefore, these stupid ass Christian scholars and theologians and vocab, whole ass no swag Malone is out of his rabbit ass mind. Oh, you guys don't believe he said that? We'll come right back here. I'm gonna tell you why too. Because guess what? Even higher level Christian scholars than vocab are saying the same thing. We're gonna get that, right? So let's go right here. Right now, this is a video called "Stop Asking If Deuteronomy 28 Was Fulfilled." If you guys watch this video, it's nuts. He's saying Deuteronomy 28 and 68, us going into slavery on ships on Egypt, happened in Jeremiah, happened with the Greeks, happened with the Romans, happened in 70 AD, happened in the Bar Kokhba revolt. This dummy is saying that Deuteronomy 28 keeps happening. And he's specifically saying 68 keeps happening. Now, let's just say he's correct, right? Even though he's not. Let's say he's correct. That proves our point. The curses keep happening. Who the hell are you? We're going to call you glasses and nose face. Glasses and nose face to say when the curses will stop. Because the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46 says they would continue happening. They would be cyclical. So who the hell are you, nose and glasses face, to try to say that, oh, all the curses stopped at 135 AD with the Bar Kokhba revolt, when it said, the Bible says the curses would follow you wherever you go. And Deuteronomy 30 says the Messiah will come back to lift the curses off of the Israelites. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Like, he would get body bagged if I did address his silly ass presentation of Deuteronomy 28. But let's play where he said the unthinkable. Let's play where he said the nonsensical, right? Watch this.
Look when this particular section happened, this actual section we're looking at right now. But here's my point. You have Jewish leaders at this time slaughtering actual Edomians who were Edomites. He also showed up the sons of Bean.
So he's reading the Antiquity of Jews, book 8, right? So he says that we were slaughtering Edomites. Okay, fine.
That laid wait for the Jews, and he sat down about them and besieged them and burnt their towers and destroyed the men that were in them. After this, he went thence in haste against the Ammonites, whom one Westerners say are the proto stock of the Japanese. They really do, by the way.
Well, then who are they then? Give us the antithetical breakdown.
After this, he went in Ammon, who had a great and numerous army, of which Timotheus was the commander. And when he had subdued them, he seized in the city of Jazer and took their wives and children captive and burnt the city, and then returned.
All right. My apologies, y'all. Okay.
Their wives and children captive and burnt the city, and then returned to Judea.
Keep in mind, y'all, it says we took some of the Edomites captive. In Obadiah 1 and 18, does it say anything about captive, dummy? And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for captive. No, it says the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. Nowhere does it say anything about captivity. This guy don't even know the scripture. Let's continue.
Now, I want someone to read this section and tell me why that's relevant, not to Deuteronomy 28, but why it's relevant to the question about what the Hebrews say about the Edomites. Does anyone understand why it's relevant? Anybody? Let's talk about this. Jazer is near Gilead. It's a city east of the Jordan River. It had been historically inhabited by the Amorites. It'd be interesting to find out exactly who was in the land at this exact time. Regardless, here's the point.
Here's the point, y'all. You're going to hear him saying, here's the point.
This is a Jewish leader taking other nations as captives. And in the earlier sections, he had beat up the Edomites and slaughtered a bunch of them. You don't think he also took some of the Edomites captive? The point, and they weren't called Edomites, that time they're called Edomians, but it is essentially the same. And I don't see even that's kind of tricky. Sort of the same people. Their history gets complicated here. But this is fulfilling what you want in Obadiah.
He said, this is what we want this is fulfilling what we want in Obadiah. I want anybody to read Obadiah and see where it says that we would take Edomites in slavery. This has nothing to do with Obadiah. Watch this. Yeah, he's trying to say they're not white people. That's fine. Whatever. That's not the question.
The BK apologist. Everyone subscribe to his channel. That's my man right there. And also shout out to Carlton B. Franklin Jr., my man. I appreciate what you said earlier, by the way. God bless you abundantly, bro. Vocab, thank you for keeping me diligent and out of the cults. Hey, I really appreciate that.
Whoever Carlton B. Franklin Jr. is, he said, thank you for keeping me diligent and out of the cults. He must be some black guy who needs a white savior. Can you look at this comment? Thank you, white man, for fixing the problems in the black community. You see this? 2/3 of Israel got to die.
Out of the cult, for real? Yeah, okay, brother. I appreciate that. All right, continuing on here. You guys.
Yeah, Carlton, perfect name for that black devil.
Here's some more Josephus. We are, but now we're going to the Jewish War. So Josephus wrote multiple books. He wrote Antiquities of the Jews. He also wrote the Jewish Wars. So now let's read from Book 6, Chapter 9.2, from the Jewish Wars by the same author, Josephus. This is skipping forward now. Remember, Josephus lived after Jesus, so he lived after the Second Temple fell. He was there for this stuff. Yeah, Jimmy Berman's exactly right. Jimmy Berman's exactly right.
Now look at this. He says Jimmy Berman's is exactly right. John Hyrcanus did the same thing to the Idumeans, the last remnant of the Edomites before their absorption into the Jewish people. How stupid can you be? Absorption, what do you mean by absorption? Meaning they started keeping Jewish law or Torah or the law of God or the law of Moses? That doesn't make them an Israelite or a Jew. That still makes them whatever race they are. And if they all absorbed and changed into being Israelites, why do we have the Herodian dynasty? See, these Christians say stupid things like this that are very outlandish and really just intellectually irresponsible.
Joshua Melton, you got it exactly. Thank you. Okay,
here we go. Watch this.
Good. You guys are encouraging me tonight because I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes when I do these shows, I'm like, I ask the audience questions and I feel like no one knows what I'm talking about except for me. And I'm like, man, what have I been doing this whole time? But tonight I'm feeling like you guys know everything you need.
Basically, he just said his whole audience is stupid. He says most of his classes he teaches, he'll ask them questions and nobody knows the answer but him. Because your audience is stupid. Bunch of mindless, stupid, idiot Christians.
Seriously.
Christian and smart, it's just like Minister Corey Minor with the Smart Christian channel. Smart and Christian in the same breath is oxymoronic.
Good. I appreciate this.
But read the comment. The comment says this, everybody. The comment says, it shows that the prophecy of Obadiah of the Edomites being captive, this dummy Joshua, Obadiah is not talking about any Edomites going into slavery. He says it already came to pass. It's not a future judgment. So Vocab agreed. For one, there's nothing about captivity in Obadiah. It's about them being exterminated. That's for two. And for three, they're all saying everything in Obadiah is not future and it came to pass. And they're saying it came to pass during the Maccabees. We're about to get into it.
Good. I appreciate this. All right, here we go. Because the soldiers were now growing weary of bloodshed.
Now, look at this, y'all. He says, and he agrees, that all the Edom, if you're saying that that's fulfilled during the time of the Maccabees, that means there wouldn't be any, look at this, everybody. After the Maccabees, there wouldn't be any, listen, everybody, let's just zoom in. There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. That means if this was fulfilled during the time of the Maccabees, which we have no evidence to show that they burned up Esau or the northern kingdom was there to help, like the prophecy says, and there would not be any more remaining. Not one. Not Deacon didn't say it. God said it. Now, if that's the case, and it was fulfilled during the Maccabees, why do we have you on camera saying King Agrippa was an Edomite, and that was in the 1st century, almost 200 years after the Maccabean revolt? Watch this.
Right. So that's a yes. Was Agrippa an Edomite?
When were the Edomites done away with? When you gonna answer that question? Because you
ready to engage? So what did Paul say to Agrippa? I wish that you would be a Christian except for these chicks.
You guys see that?
Edomite?
When were the Edomites done away?
Recordings just got better.
Dang it. Hold on, one more time.
Recording.
One more time.
Was Agrippa an Edomite?
When were the Edomites done away with?
Was Agrippa an Edomite? Dummy. And then Yashawamba asks you, when were the Edomites done away with? You were scared to say it then, or maybe you didn't know it because this is almost 4 years ago. You had to read some commentary. He just stabbed himself. If Obadiah 1:18 was fulfilled in the Maccabees, there should, which is one in the 2nd century BC, why are they still in existence in the 1st century AD or CE? You don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you just destroyed yourself. You just stabbed yourself, my man. Right? Now, let's prove, because it said the northern kingdom and southern kingdom will burn up all the Edomites and not any will remain. Now, I told you guys, he's going to Christian commentary. Look at Gill's exposition of the entire Bible, right? It says, house of Jacob shall be a fire, house of Joseph a flame. Now, let me tell you something, how stupid Christianity is. The commentators are going to say, yes, Jacob, look, let me zoom in. Yeah, Jacob is the 2 tribes of Judah and Benjamin. And then the latter, Joseph, is the 10 tribes, which was sometimes called Ephraim or Joseph, right? These dummies say that. And then they go here and say this. Look, this was fulfilled literally it says, either by Judas Maccabees when he went against the children of Esau and Idumea and smote them. Wait a second, though. How can you admit that it's talking about both kingdoms, but you know the northern kingdom was not there during the time of the Maccabees, and you know it's not about smiting them, it was about burning every last one of them. Right? And now look, he says, or by Hyrcanus, which is also during that time. So he's saying either Hyrcanus or Maccabees literally fulfilled this. How stupid is that? When what? Look at this. When did the Maccabean or the Hasmonean dynasty? 167 to 166 BC, right? That's when John Hyrcanus and Judas Maccabees did their conquest or really went to war and defended ourselves against these heathen nations surrounding us. That's 160 to 167 BC. Now, when was the Northern Kingdom exiled? There's a general census that it's about 720 BC. They're already gone over 500 years before the time of the Maccabees. The Northern Kingdom is gone. And the Bible agrees. And during the time of Jeremiah 7:15, he's telling the Southern Kingdom, I will cast you out of my sight as I have cast all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim. The whole house of Ephraim, the Northern Kingdom, gone. And then when we come back from Babylon to our land under the Persians, Cyrus says here in Ezra chapter 1, he says, hey, go build your temple. Which one of the leaders of your tribes can make this happen? And guess who rose up to build the temple? Ezra 1 and 5. Then rose up the chief fathers of Judah and Benjamin and the priests and the Levites. So only 3 tribes are here. Now, one could say there was a scatter. That's why you got to cover all your grounds. There was a small remnant amongst the Southern Kingdom of Northern Kingdom, but it was only like 2 or 3 tribes and only a small scattered amount of them. not the 10 tribes. So it can't be talking about that. Herod, look at this. It says many Jews questioned the authenticity of Herod's Judaism on the account of his Idumean background. The Herodian dynasty or Edomites, you even agreed on that video. So how could Obadiah 1:18 be fulfilled in Maccabees when it says not one Edomite will remain when they're remaining with the Herodian dynasty and beyond? Not to mention, we have the Targum, our Aramaic scrolls and commentary. Our Aramaic scrolls and commentary. Look what Lamentations 4:22. Look at this, right? Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. This is a prophecy saying that God is going to judge the Edomites. Now, let's look at the Targum. The Targum is Aramaic for scroll, I believe. And look what the Targum says about this. In the Targum, which is our commentary on how we understood the scriptures, look at what it says. I'm going to highlight this. And at that time, I will visit thine iniquity, O wicked Rome. Watch who the Targum says is occupying Rome, which are built in Italy and full of multitudes of the children of Edom. And the Persians shall come and oppress thee and make thee desolate. Now, Targum Jonathan was writing these commentaries probably about the 1st or 2nd century, before we got kicked out of the land. So according to his understanding and how we understood these prophecies, we said the people of Rome were the Edomites. Your dumbass said that there would be no more Edomites anymore because Obadiah 1:18 was fulfilled during the time of the Maccabees. This not only proves that the white man is Esau, that the Caucasians are the Edomites, but that they were heavily populated and controlling Rome. And then from there, wherever the Caucasians decided to go, that is who the Edomites are today, according to history, archaeology, and prophecy. Last but not least, end time prophecy proves that the Edomites are not done away with, like you guys like to purport, but they are still ruling in power. Else, when are these prophecies fulfilled? Isaiah 63:1. Who was this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? A lot of commentators try to say this is Judas Maccabees, but this says, verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone. Judas Maccabees was not alone. He had his whole army with him. Can't be him. Future prophecy, the Messiah coming to destroy Edomites. Isaiah 11, verse 13 and 14, it says, Judah and Ephraim are going to lay their hands upon the Philistines. And who else are they going to lay their hands on? And they shall lay their hand upon Edom, verse 14. That hasn't happened yet. Please go into the Bible and show us, go into history and show us. Isaiah 34, verse 5. The Most High said he's going to send a sword bathed in heaven. It's going to come down upon Idumea. When did this happen? So Vocab Malone is a mark from Jellystone Park who don't know the Bible at all. You understand that? And he made a mistake and shot himself in the foot. Long story short, the Maccabees did destroy some of the Edomites and take them captives. But they didn't gather with the northern kingdom and southern kingdom and burn them to exterminate them to where not any would remain, because there was many that remained, all of Rome, the Herodian dynasty, end time prophecy. You, Vocab, you being alive and existing proves that the Edomites are not done away with. You're the devil that the Bible speaks of. So let's end this, y'all, by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. We do so by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Till Tuesday, y'all. Tap in. I'm going to have something special for y'all. Shalom.